live update. From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a severe weather alert.
All right, folks, good afternoon, or good evening, rather. It is 7:51. Ben Luna here with you in the Home Weather Center on the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, watching a few old rocky storms across parts of the area this evening. I've been looking at the radar here over the past little bit, and right now the National Weather Service in Huntsville has Franklin County and several other counties in this part of North Alabama under what is referred to as a special weather statement. We call it a thunderstorm advisory, and that's kind of the step below a severe thunderstorm warning. But what we do want to bring attention to, looking at live radar this evening, or the reflectivity from the nearby NEXRAD. All right. Making sure I got everything going and working okay. And I think I do. So good. There we go. All right. So what we've been tracking is this little mean thunderstorm rolling into Franklin County, Alabama, and right down here in between Red Bay and Phil Campbell, near Vina and Atwood and Old Burleson, we've had some unique wind signatures here over the past few minutes. I want to back this up here from when the line of storms that is presently now in the Franklin County area was back out in northern Mississippi, there around Fairview down to Tremont, Mississippi, along Highway 25. And watch the pattern here over the past several minutes and kind of how some of those wind signatures really started to act kind of rocky as that crossed Highway 19 near Vina, Alabama. And when we go back and look at the velocity, you can see that we had just a brief little bit of some rotation, possible rotation. And when we take a peek at the correlation coefficient and back that up, it looks like we had maybe just a very brief something or other that occurred just to the south of Vina, Alabama. Now, that signature is currently on top of Old Burleson. We'll zoom in a little bit closer here. Highway 23, Highway 4, Highway 23, Burleson Road, Blue Creek Road. Again, this is just north of Vina, Alabama. And so if there are any folks in the Vina area who are watching this evening and you have maybe noticed anything that's going on in your area, we certainly would love to to get you to send us a report if there's been any kind of rocky wind activity. Maybe you can send a few pictures of what's going on outside this evening. But it does appear that we've had some sort of a and I'm being very careful with my wording on this. I don't want to call it a tornado, but we've definitely had something that has kicked up enough to create a signature on the radar that is concerning to us this evening at the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, because we want to keep you safe and informed as we go through this evening. So again, there's not a warning out on the storm, but we have been watching things very carefully. Chase has been eyes on the radar through the course of this evening, and you can see that some of the winds have just been a little bit rocky as this line crosses over. So with that said, no warning on this storm. I do want to kind of take a little tour of what else is going on, because here at the house where I'm broadcasting from, I can hear the rain smacking the window right over there and kind of shaking the house a little bit. Yeah, you might hear that in the background of the microphone. So I'll tell you what, this area of heavier thunderstorm activity extends from, again, the aforementioned Vina area from Red Bay, and then all the way up into Colbert County. There to the kind of in between Cherokee and Muscle Shoals, and then just to the west of downtown Florence. A big old swath of very moderate to actually some heavier precip exists on the eastern side of that boundary. And we'll switch radar sites and hop on up into southern middle Tennessee, where the heavier rain is falling now in Lawrenceburg, moderate heavy rain from Loretto back out to the county line, and a decent shower or two coming down in Waynesboro and Collinwood. The same for folks up toward Columbia this evening, Mount Pleasant to Columbia, some moderate rain, the same set as well, up into Williamson County, just outside of our viewing area. Cats and dogs coming down out of the sky across Limestone County and Lawrence County, Alabama, and west of 65 down in Morgan County this evening as well. Getting a little creative here with how I've got stuff set up. And I don't have any reports of anything so far this evening, but you know, we are watching things and we do keep an eye out for you, and just wanted to make you aware that even though you wouldn't think that we've had weather that would be on this end of the spectrum, because in this week, we've been talking about the likelihood for winter weather as we approach Friday, and we've got really cold air that's filtering in behind the leading edge of this whole storm system, this cold front that's really going to plummet us into the mid-teens here within the matter of a couple of days. And yeah, tonight we're dealing with a few rocky thunderstorms, kind of borderline severe storms in some areas. We did have a host of tornado warnings out in Mississippi earlier this evening. Some rocky weather there, which was expected. But some of these little storms have decided just to be a little bit more hateful tonight as they have tracked up into North Alabama and southern middle Tennessee. But again, as I have said a few moments ago, we do not have any active warnings in our coverage area, but yeah, still some tornado warnings out toward Columbus, looking at the regional radar. And I'll put this into motion for you. And just kind of see that you've got that one little squall from Florence down to Interstate 22. That is kind of making things a little more interesting with some wind patterns. So if you do have the house to shake briefly for some gusty wind, that is something that we have been talking about here over the past few days that can be expected tonight. And those gusty winds will carry us into tomorrow as well. But know that we are watching weather very carefully here at the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, and we'll always keep you informed as we watch carefully and look for stuff that may be trying to fire up. So, with that said, no warnings in effect. I will check real quick and see if... Nope. I think we're cool. Okay. No warnings in effect for any of our coverage area, but just kind of keeping you updated this evening here from the house. and if there was anything more to it, we'd let you know. So just a lot of rain, a lot of messy weather this evening. There may be a flurry left over in the morning. Not really worried about winter weather in our area. If you head north, things are a lot different. Keep in mind, when we talk weather, we are talking for folks south of 840 from Murray County down to Franklin County, Alabama, from the Tennessee River, give or take, Hardin County and Tishomingo County west, out to Interstate 65 in Tennessee and Alabama. So that's our coverage area, 14 counties. And if you do follow other media sources and you see a lot of concern about wintry weather along the Cumberland Plateau and north of Nashville, and you have to go that way, yeah, be very careful, because you're going to run into it without the shadow of a doubt. Down here in our area, few flurries, soggy and stormy and windy all night, breezy and cold day tomorrow, really cold Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we are watching for that potential winter event as we roll toward Friday of this week, and that's something that Fred and Kelly and I will be working on diligently to continue to follow and refine as we move through the next few days. But at 8 o'clock this evening, I am going to head back to regular programming. If we see something else that's kind of anomalous, if that's actually a word, but kind of an anomaly on the radar, we'll let you know. But again, for folks in that part of Franklin County, if you do have any wind damage, please send us pictures. Let us know what you see.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
Rain and storms moving on in as we head through this evening. Staying windy out there. That wind advisory